Movie Hawkeye News finally explores vital moments that Avengers Endgame left out. Marvel sure does love trauma these days. From Bucky's guilt to Wanda's pain, that catch-all word best encapsulates pretty much everything that the MCU has done on Disney Plus so far. Of course, much of that is down to the extended runtime of these shows. Suddenly characters who only got a few lines in the big team-up films are suddenly given the spotlight in what would actually amount to 3 or 4 films of their own. Hawkeye is no exception to this. But even so, we were surprised by how quickly the new show starts to tackle Clint's pain, particularly in regards to everything he endured in Avengers Endgame. Actually, scratch that. What surprised us most was exactly how the new Hawkeye show went about this. Following Kate's flashback origin, Episode 1 opens with the Rogers musical that stole the spotlight in those early Hawkeye promos. Each of the original Avengers is represented on stage by various actors in the kind of shoddy outfits we haven't seen since Spidey tried to make a go of it solo. Among all these lovable Avengers knockoffs is Black Widow, or at least a cheap, all-singing imitation of her. Naturally, this vision of his dead ally sends Hawkeye spiraling a bit. "I know everyone misses her, but she was your best friend," says Clint's daughter, as she's the only one who's noticed him struggling. For Black Widow fans in particular, this little nod to Clint and Natasha's relationship is long overdue. Back when Scarlett Johansson's character died in Avengers Endgame, there was a vocal contingent who criticized the lack of attention her sacrifice was given in the grand scheme of things. After all, Iron Man wasn't the only one who died to save everyone, but at the end, he was the only one given an actual funeral of his own. At the time, Endgame co-writer Christopher Marcus justified this by arguing that anything else would have felt out of character. Tony gets a funeral. Natasha doesn't. That's partly because Tony's this massive public figure, and she's been a cipher the whole time. It wasn't necessarily honest to the character to give her a funeral. There was also an opportunity to bring Natasha that closure in another film, the already announced Black Widow prequel, and that's something Iron Man would never get given that Robert Downey Jr. seems to have left the franchise for good. That closure comes for Natasha in Black Widow's mid-credit scene where Yelena, her sister, visits Black Widow's humble tombstone, which is Mark's daughter. Sister. Avenger. The grave might be hidden out in the middle of nowhere, but at least Natasha's sacrifice wasn't forgotten entirely. What hasn't been addressed yet though, at least not until now, is how Clint feels about all this. Back in the MCU's early days, Hawkeye and Black Widow were near inseparable thanks to everything they would gone through together in their shared, shady past. Because of this, fans were disappointed to see Endgame brush over Clint's reaction to Natasha's death, even if it was understandable given how much story that film stuffed into 3 hours. Now that Hawkeye has more screen time than ever before, Marvel can finally tap into the ramifications of this trauma with some much-needed nuance. And in case you thought that this would end with just Black Widow's stage cameo in Episode 1, Jeremy Renner has reassured fans, via Decider, that Natasha's legacy will continue to impact the show moving forward. I think his relationship with Black Widow informs Clint and Kate's bond. As Kate learns about Clint's bond with Natasha, the audience learns. I think it's so beautiful. It's just defining of how Clint sees what the job of being a superhero is. Yeah, Black Widow is sprinkled throughout the show and always a part of what Clint is, for sure. And crucially, the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye are also intent on exploring the guilt that Clint carries from his time in Endgame as well. Because let's not forget, our founding Avenger did some pretty messed up stuff during that time jump, none of which was really explored in that film either. So with the return of Ronin's costume in the new show comes even more trauma for Clint, on top of his grief for Natasha. That's a lot for anyone to bear, let alone a grumpy old non-powered Avenger like Hawkeye. But that's definitely the right approach to take here, because out of everyone who's starring now in their own Marvel TV show, it's Clint who remains the most relatable, and the same can also be said of his trauma. Even if said trauma does involve some super alien fights to the death. Hawkeye airs new episodes every Wednesday morning on Disney+. So have you watched this movie yet? Let us know what you think about the movie in the comments below.